Jamie Vardy has got more Premier League goals this season now than Aubameyang. What could that do to the Arsenal dressing room after that run we've been talking about?
Well, we know it's in there. We know they can do it when they get that ball forward with a little bit more urgency, with a bit more fizz in the passes in terms of getting it into the front men, because we said they're the guys that will cause the damage. They're the good players. Instead of knocking it around at the back when it's slow, with no intent, with no energy. And that, for me, was the difference, and getting it forward and getting Ozil on the ball, who West Ham just couldn't cope with in that second half, and getting into Martinelli, getting it into Aubameyang, getting it into Pepe, the guys that will do the damage.
I guess it's when you're standing in the technical area or in the dressing room as a manager, you're tearing your hair out as to why they can do that in one half of a football game and yet they start the way they did and produce what they did in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, what they did in the first half obviously wasn't good enough, and they would know that. They're not no fools. I'm going to give Freddie a bit of credit. I think he must have gone in the second half and told them to step up, not necessarily as a team up the field too much, but he pushed Ozil on, and he was a definite 10 in the second half. He was drifting in behind the midfield of West Ham. Declan Rice could not find the answer. He wasn't, as a 6, he wasn't deep enough. He wasn't nowhere near him. When Ozil was picking the ball up, he was just drifting past him. He could not get his legs back in the way. And everything good come through Ozil, but they have to find him the ball. And I think they moved it a little bit better. When they pass it around in their back third, they just give the ball there all the time. It looked like they're nervous doing it. When they actually get out into the halfway line, then they're okay. And they can get the threats, because Aubameyang is taking them away. Pepe runs them away, and he creates that little bit more space and opens it up for the number 10, which is Mesut Ozil. And I said at the beginning of the game, he's almost, for me, he's one of the best number 10s in the game. Certainly in the Premier League, but on his day. He doesn't have his day all of the time, but he needs help to get on his day. When he's coming deep, it's not effective. When he's in their final third, he can see a pass and he gives it at a correct weight and he opens teams up. And
they have finishes. It was an incredible 9 minutes, wasn't it, with those goals?
It was unbelievable. It was great movement from Martinelli, the first goal. What he does is just comes in there, which creates the space down the left-hand side. He knows where he wants to be, where he can do the damage, in and around that 6-yard box, second 6-yard box, and his goal-scoring record when he gets into the team is excellent.
That's 8 in all comps, Alan.
Yeah, and that's the movement I'm making. I was on about there. He just comes inside there, which leaves that space to run in down that line and whip the ball in, get him into the box where he does the damage, and it was a wonderful finish and a well-worked goal from Arsenal. They moved the ball quicker, they got the ball into the final third quicker, and they got the reward.
Did you sense a momentum shift from that moment on?
Oh, the confidence flooded through the Arsenal team, and negativity in the crowd just breathed down anxiety to the West Ham players, and from then on, it looked like one team was going to win the game. Martinelli, excellent. Europa League has been brilliant for him. For a lot of teams, it's an inconvenience. For that boy, it's been a stepping stone for him to play in the Premier League. He must think now, what's all the fuss about? He's got a fantastic goal-scoring record every time he starts. I think he deserved his start tonight, and I was pleased that he scored the goal.
What about the club record signing? You stood up for the finish for the second, Pepe.
Great finish when he gets there. See Ozil getting on the ball. See how he just drifts for the ball, almost like he's not moving. Correct weight, right side. Do not let him inside. Masuaku sticks his hands behind his back. You'll see it in a replay. As soon as he sticks his hands behind his back, he loses balance, can't get anywhere near him. You don't want him to cut inside you. Watch him. The arms behind his back. Oh, OK, I'll take that little split second, what you're doing, making that ridiculous action of putting your hands behind your ball, and I'm going to come on my good side and I'm going to whip it past your goalkeeper into the top corner. Shocking defending.
But that was the difference,
good finish,
wasn't it? I mean, the confidence is then flowing. Everyone now, instead of turning their back on the ball, everyone now wants the ball. The ball all of a sudden is being passed forward quicker, with a bit of intent, with a bit of energy into their game now, and that was the huge difference.
Yeah. Where would Arsenal be without Aubameyang's 11 league goals this season?
It is unbelievable. I mean, he is a top goal scorer. He must be going mad in that team. I know he's still getting goals, but he must be so frustrated. Very good movement from him in the first place. In, behind, again, very difficult to pick up. West Ham are stood with their arms in the air, the back four. He's not offside at all. There's his first movement there to go in behind. Gets it, little flick. watch him go again. He's moving, he's always on the move, and West Ham can't pick him up. Trying to play offside, he's not offside, and it's a wonderful finish. The problem Arsenal have got with him now is he's got 18 months left on his contract. They're going to have to make a decision on him, because if he's not going to sign that contract, they would have to sell him in the summer.
I think it's a great club for him. I think he wants to sign, but he's going to watch very, very carefully what happens between now and the appointment of the new manager. Someone he's happy with, and they convince him they're going to move into the transfer market and get better players to the football club. I think he stays. I think it's a great club for him.
You would like to think Arsenal as a club have learned their lessons over the years about losing.
You would hope so.
Players for nothing.
Yeah, but their recruitment needs to be better, Steve, because he's seen a few transfer windows of Aubameyang, and he's seen poor players coming into the club. And it's obvious to everyone to see, defensively they're not good enough, but the powers that be are doing nothing about it. And the managers who are coming into the football club feel like it's not really an area they need to strengthen. If they strengthen that, they get better midfield players. Listen, you're absolutely right, spot on. And they're 1 point behind Tottenham. 1 point, 2 points behind Manchester United. And how bad have Arsenal been this season? I mean, we're right to criticise them. They have been bad. But it just shows you how bad everyone else has been.
Well, Tottenham have only been good in the last 3 or 4 games, haven't they?
Yeah. And Manchester United have turned the corner.
Yep.
Talking of Aubameyang, we can get his thoughts now alongside Mesut Ozil. Crucial consistently for them to get them there.
Absolutely. And Lacazette, I think he's a real deal as well. I think they've got a nucleus of decent players. I think they've got more poor players than they have good ones. I think the goalkeeper's been excellent, Leno, over the last few weeks. They brought Tierney in. He looks like he's struggling. Looks like he's dislocated his arm there tonight as well. But defensively, it's always the same questions with Arsenal. Defensively, they're not good enough. When you think, I think myself, and I say, what personnel would I put in there? It's difficult to find your right partnership. That's why whoever goes in there as manager with this group of players is going to find it very difficult because they're not good enough. Defensively, it's not right. Midfield, average. Okay. Up front, as we talked about all night, they've got the firepower. Aubameyang, second to none as a goal scorer. Ozil, quality in the right against the right teams, like a passive side, like West Ham tonight, have it off all day. I mean, give him the time to play, he'll murder you. It doesn't matter who you are. They need to do it, and they need to be brave against Man City, as they play them Sunday.
They certainly do. That is next up. But talking of the 3 points, we have all 10 results now from the Premier League weekend. Wins for Everton, Liverpool, Spurs and Manchester United on Saturday. That draw at Vicarage Road. Leicester rolled on yesterday. Newcastle came from behind at St James's Park. Sheffield United went away from home and are still unbeaten on the road. A point for Brighton and Wolves. And then tonight's turnaround. West Ham in front and in control at half-time. But those 3 goals for Arsenal in the second half give them a much needed 3 points. And it's enough to get them into the top half of the table, the Gunners, as well. They're on to 22 points now. Ironically, only a point behind their North London rivals, Tottenham Hotspur in 7th, and only 2 behind Manchester United in 5th. A reminder, after Leicester's win yesterday, the gap at the top between the top 2 is back to 8 points. Leicester 6 clear of the champions Manchester City. But it is very worrying reading for West Ham United. 16 points, 5th from bottom, and just a point above relegation. Southampton, 3rd bottom on 15, entertain West Ham at St Mary's on Saturday in what has become a huge game at the bottom of the Premier League.
Guys, well played. Ober, it's been a while since you experienced that winning feeling. What is it like right now?
Well, we feel good, we feel great, and I think yes, we played well today in the second half, so we're happy to win this game.
Mesut, after another tough first hour in the match, suddenly did the old Arsenal, the real Arsenal, come flooding back?
Yes, I think so. Especially second half, we show what we can do on the pitch if we believe in ourselves. So we play second half very well, and we deserve to win. So we are now happy, especially to our supporters. They always support us, so we are thankful for that. And as I said before, we are really happy.
What changed, Ober? What suddenly clicked?
Well, I think we tried to put some tempo in the game, try to play fast and find spaces, and yeah, we did that at the halftime. Freddie told us to make the tempo higher. So yeah.
You two are obviously a couple of experienced players. Really pleased for a couple of young players this evening. Nicola Pepe with his first Premier League goal from open play, and Gabriel Martinelli got that crucial first goal for you.
Yeah, we are happy for them. We know what kind of players they are. They have all quality. They showed today, and we are happy that they score important goals for us today. And we keep fighting. We keep working hard to reach our goal in this season.
How tough's it been? How tough's it been, Oba?
Yeah, I think it was tough, but as I said, we have the quality in the squad, and yes, as Mesut said, if we believe in ourselves and we keep working hard, and like the young players, they have good mentality, so we have to going forward and win games as we did today.
Mesut, how much credit does Freddie Ljungberg deserve for this, and what's he been like for you the 3 games you've worked under him?
So he was as well football player, and he understands us as a player. So what we did, we had a short time to train together with him. So he shows already his quality as a coach, and we are thankful that we have him, and we work now together, and today was a successful day for us, for him as well, so I'm happy.
If they are going to go anywhere, Tim, those two are going to be